In a world of overstimulation, the quiet beauty of minimalist design is a breath of fresh air. This video takes you inside a home that doesn't shout to be noticed, but rather whispers sophistication through every carefully curated detail. This is not just minimalism, it's elegance, distilled to its purest form. The home's exterior is a lesson in balance. Flat planes, clean lines, and neutral tones converge in perfect harmony. There are no grand flourishes or exaggerated features. Yet, it commands attention not by overwhelming, but by calming. It draws you in, inviting you to slow down and notice the finer details. This house doesn't rely on abundance. Its elegance lies in thoughtful restraint. The architect embraced a subtractive design philosophy, removing excess until only the essential remained. Every material, texture, and form serves a purpose. The result is an aesthetic that feels refined, intentional, and deeply serene. The material palette is minimal, yet rich in texture. Whitewashed concrete, pale wood, and soft linen dominate the space. These materials don't compete for attention, they collaborate. The natural tones create a consistent language throughout the home, one that's quietly luxurious and inherently timeless. Before you even enter the home, the architecture encourages a moment of pause. A narrow stone path, surrounded by minimalist landscaping, leads to the main entrance. This transition zone becomes an emotional reset, a subtle cue to leave the chaos behind and step into something more peaceful. The foyer is modest in size but powerful in atmosphere. Here, light and shadow play across raw materials. A single piece of art on a plain wall becomes a focal point. Storage is hidden, the lighting is indirect. It's less about arrival and more about transition, a graceful unfolding into the main space. The living area is open concept, but not in the traditional sense. It avoids cavernous emptiness through clever spatial zoning. A floating sofa creates a visual boundary. Soft area rugs ground each section. There's enough openness to breathe, yet enough layering to feel lived in and warm. Every piece of furniture is a study in function and form. There's no ornamentation, only elegance in proportion, material, and detail. A low-slung sofa in muted fabric, a single wooden coffee table, and minimalist lighting all serve their purpose while embodying quiet sophistication. In the kitchen, minimalism meets masterful execution. The cabinetry is handleless and flush with the walls. A stone island with subtle veining anchors the space. Open shelving is limited to the essentials: ceramic bowls, glass jars, and a single vase. It's a workspace and a visual retreat. The dining area sits adjacent to the kitchen, defined by a long oak table and sculptural chairs. Pendant lighting hangs delicately above, casting warm pools of light. There's a communal feel, yet nothing is crowded. Meals here aren't rushed, they're rituals, enjoyed in a space that invites stillness. Lighting plays a central role in shaping the home's atmosphere. Recessed LEDs, wall washers, and pendant fixtures create a soft, layered glow. Natural light is filtered through sheer curtains, muting its harshness. It's not about visibility, it's about emotion, mood, and the beauty of quiet illumination. Large windows are strategically placed to frame the outside world like living artwork. Instead of exposing the entire landscape, they offer curated glimpses, a tree branch here, a patch of sky there. These framed views turn the act of looking outside into a meditative experience. Though visually minimal, the home is texturally rich. Linen drapes, plaster walls, brushed metal, and raw timber all add subtle tactile interest. You might not notice every surface at first, but over time, these textures reveal themselves. They offer depth without distraction, another layer of quiet elegance. The master bedroom is the home's most serene zone. It features a low platform bed, neutral linens, and an absence of visual clutter. Lighting is ambient, with no overhead fixtures. The room feels like a cocoon, shielded from the world, deeply restorative and soothing in every way. In the en-suite bathroom, minimalism doesn't mean sterility. A freestanding tub, a floating vanity, and wall-mounted fixtures create a sense of space and order. Materials like travertine and matte brass bring warmth. The bath becomes more than functional, it's a quiet sanctuary for reflection. Even the utility spaces, laundry, pantry, closets, receive the same design rigor. Storage is concealed, lines are clean, and finishes remain consistent. These areas aren't treated as afterthoughts. Instead, they reinforce the idea that every inch of the home should support beauty and simplicity. In the children's room, the minimalist ethos continues. Open shelves, soft neutral tones, and multifunctional furniture. Toys are thoughtfully displayed, not scattered. The absence of visual noise gives space for imagination to flourish. It's a room designed not to overwhelm, but to evolve with the child. The workspace is intentionally sparse, a single desk, a built-in shelf, and ample natural light. Here, minimalism becomes a tool for mental clarity. Distractions are removed so that focus can take center stage. It's an office that supports deep work, calm thinking, and thoughtful creation. Even the hallways are thoughtfully designed. Long, uninterrupted lines guide the eye forward. Artwork is minimal, often just one piece per wall. Subtle lighting leads the way. These transitional spaces feel deliberate, never just passageways, but opportunities for moments of visual and emotional calm. The staircase is a sculptural element, floating treads with hidden support. It becomes a piece of functional art, a quiet statement that connects levels without dominating the space. Light filters through open risers, casting shadows that change throughout the day. It's a moment of magic in motion. Minimalist design doesn't end at the door. Sliding glass panels open to a small garden, where manicured greenery and concrete paving echo the home's palette. There's a seamless transition from inside to outside. Nature becomes part of the architecture, enhancing the sense of peace. The landscape is minimalist but not sterile. Grasses, succulents, and moss are used to create organic patterns. The plants are low maintenance yet deeply expressive. They sway in the breeze, catch the light, and soften the hard geometry of the building. It's elegance, rooted in the earth. Quietness is built into the home, not just visually, but acoustically. Sound-absorbing materials, soft textiles, and strategic insulation reduce echo and noise. What you hear is almost as important as what you see. The result is a soundscape of subtle ambience, footsteps on wood, leaves rustling, water trickling. Technology exists, but remains invisible. Lighting, temperature, and security are controlled seamlessly through hidden smart systems. Screens are absent, buttons are few. This is not about showcasing tech, it's about letting intelligence support peace without becoming a visual distraction. While minimalist, the home subtly reflects global design sensibilities. From Japanese wabi-sabi to Scandinavian hygge, the house draws from cultures that celebrate quiet beauty. These influences aren't explicit, but they inform the design soul, creating a space that feels universal yet unique. This home is not just seen, it's felt. It's a space that encourages mindfulness, presence, and connection. Its minimalist aesthetic isn't cold or distant. On the contrary, it invites warmth, introspection, and emotion. Every decision was made not just for form or function, but for feeling. The architect behind this home envisioned more than a residence. This was meant to be a philosophy in built form. It's a space that invites you to live with intention, free from clutter and distraction. The home doesn't demand attention. It earns it through grace, poise, and presence. So, what redefines elegance in this minimalist home? It's not chandeliers or marble, it's restraint. It's the courage to leave something out, to let materials breathe, to trust simplicity. In a time where more is often seen as better, this house makes a compelling case for less. Living in this home is not passive, it's a daily act of appreciation. The space asks you to be present, to notice light and silence, texture and air. It becomes a partner in your routines, enhancing ordinary moments with extraordinary calm. It's not just a place, it's a way of life. In the end, this minimalist home does something rare. It inspires without shouting. It redefines what elegance can be in the 21st century. Not flashy, not fast, but quiet, timeless, and deeply human. This is architecture that doesn't fade with trends. It endures because beauty, when quiet, speaks forever.